Siemaneczko, tam wszystkich bardzo serdecznie, z tej strony Sarif i lecimy z kolejnym odcinkiem z Deus Ex Human Revolution. Tak jest, dokładnie. Znajdujemy się w tym samym miejscu, w którym skończyliśmy poprzedni odcinek i już niezwłocznie lecimy dalej. Zobaczymy, co to będzie. No, właśnie, to mam zostawione, bo chyba tak mi się wydaje, że gdzieś w miejscu, gdzie się znajdziemy albo teraz, albo jakoś w każdym razie niedługo, jest w jednym miejscu do znalezienia kusza. Kojarzy mi się takie coś. Może to jest taki random, no nie? Ale jeśli działa to tak, że ja pamiętam, że tam jest, bo tam po prostu jest, to zajebiście. No i patrzę, nie wiem gdzie pójść. Aha. Znowu nam ktoś coś zrobił. Dziwne tylko, że Jensen, no bo jakby jest to postać taka... jakby... Jest to postać taka samodzielna, tak jak na przykład Geralt w Wiedźminie. Czyli po prostu można powiedzieć, ma swój głos, swoje trochę takie przekonania i w ogóle tak naprawdę, no bo my odpowiadamy za postać, prawda? Wybieramy jakby te opcje dialogowe, no ale mimo wszystko, wiecie, nie jest to trochę tak zrobione, że w zasadzie to do nas zwracają się NPC stricte, tylko do tych postaci w grze. No i właśnie dlatego mnie to dziwi, że na przykład Jensen tutaj nic nie komentuje. A propos tych dziwnych akcji, że nagle...
Human evolution is a fantasy, but that is exactly what I am telling you. As a world...
Where's your sidekick, Taggart? 6 months ago, Sarif Industries was attacked by mercenaries whose objective was to cripple our research. But I've learned the attack was just a smokescreen. Megan Reed's team was kidnapped, and Isaiah Sandoval, your personal aide, was involved.
That is ridiculous. Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for Mr. Jensen's intrusion, and I assure you that these accusations are without basis.
Are they?
This is Sandoval. Why are you calling me here?
There's been a change of plans. Sarif's team must not make it to the hearing.
But that's too soon. If you want me to remove the GPLs, I'll need a full operating suite. Does the facility have one?
That's your man, Taggart. Talking about removing implanted GPL devices so that the people who took Sarif scientists could cover it up.
I see what's going on here. Sarif Industries has received 2 black eyes in the last few days. The first due to the shocking news coming out of Montreal that biotech companies are secretly participating in unethical super soldier experiments. And the second as a result of their violent escalation of today's peaceful protest. David Sarif and his corporate bedfellows are desperate and in imminent danger of losing the regulation vote, so this man has been sent here to attack my reputation.
I'm right here, Taggart. Look at me. I admit, I wouldn't feel bad if your reputation was damaged in front of the press, since you've been doing the same to my colleagues for years, but that's not why I'm here. Sarif scientists are alive, and it's time for the truth to come out.
The truth, Mr. Jensen, is that this recording of yours proves nothing. It could have been made by anyone in the world with a grudge against Humanity Front, and you are our prime suspect.
Kurde, nie wiem co wybrać. No halo.
Mr. Jensen?
You're right, it's not enough to get a conviction. But it's enough for a search warrant. It's all I want, Taggart. Why are you standing in the way?
I'm not. I'm trying to protect... Look, Mr. Jensen. My heart goes out to you. Perhaps it's best that you came to me rather than bringing this recording to the police. You need it to be some kind of proof because
Jaki
you're still
ciok.
suffering. You're trying to find someone else to blame for the emotional trauma you experienced when you woke up from that surgery and discovered you were no longer quite human.
The reason I'm obsessed with the past, Taggart, is that there are still 5 people missing, and their attackers haven't paid for what they did. Your refusal to help me is getting in the way of justice.
Well, of course, justice is very important to me, naturally. What I question is whether or not you're on the right path to find it.
Kurde, nie pamiętam.
As you know, I was a practicing psychologist before I devoted my life to ending the threat of augmentation. And I've seen this kind of behavior before. You're confused. You consider me your enemy, and you think the only way you can regain control is to defeat me in some way. You're wrong, I'm afraid.
Wszyscy ci wokół jeden wredny.
Of course I want control. Every time I touch something, I wonder, just for a second, every time, if what I'm feeling is real. It's a bit like being in charge of an organization, I bet. Do you always know what the people at Humanity Front, your people, are doing?
In my organization? Well, most of the time, I suppose.
I founded Humanity Front to prevent others from suffering the way I suffered.
After an augmentation addict murdered my wife. I did it to reduce the amount of violence in this world, but you cannot understand such an approach. That's why you falsely claim my people are involved in terrorist acts. You're mistaken and you're lying.
Wszyscy był co jeden.
I know about your wife's murder, Mr. Taggart, and how it led you to start Humanity Front. I've lost someone close to me too, but I have a chance to get her back. If Sandoval is involved in Megan's abduction in any way, he dishonored your wife's memory. For her sake, and for the sake of my people, I need to know where he is.
All right, Mr. Jensen. You're right. For Marjorie's sake, I can't risk tainting the integrity of what I built in her name. I'll help you find Isaiah, and I pray that you are wrong about him. Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize, but I'm going to have to beg your indulgence for a few moments more. If you will all please remain patient, I will return as soon as I can. Thank you. Mr. Jensen, I'll see you backstage.
Pod jednym względem zbyt uproszczone są tutaj dialogi, a mianowicie, wiecie, mieliśmy to pokazane, że tam konfrontacja, zdekredytowanie i zmiana tematu. No i tak, jakby to powiedzieć, no właśnie to jest zbyt trochę takie... Nie wiem jak to nazwać, że jak się cały czas będzie cisnęło w jedną rzecz, to się dojdzie do skutku, mimo wszystko, no tylko zależnie trochę jakiego, no nie? Zależy od naszych, powiedzmy, przekonań, jak to tutaj śmiga. Tylko, że uważam, że powinno to być tak zrobione, że nie wiadomo tak jak, które przynależy do którego, prawda? No bo załóżmy, ktoś mógłby walić cały czas dialogi z... można się przynależeć do konfrontacji z uwagi na to, że po prostu...
Mr. Jensen, I appreciate you allowing me to deal with this in a more discreet manner.
Save it, Taggart. You've wasted enough of my time as it is. Now where's Sandoval?
He has an apartment he uses when in this city, on Grand River Road. He mentioned he was feeling very run down, so I can only assume he went there.
I see.
He's not an evil man, Mr. Jensen. If he's done what you say, it's only because of his brother, Ezekiel. A man you might know better as Zeke Sanders.
Sanders? The man who attacked Sarif's manufacturing plant?
I knew nothing about it until after it was over, and then I tried. I tried to convince Isaiah not to follow in his footsteps.
Good job.
Mr. Jensen, please. Isaiah has done so much for so many needy people, people suffering from implant rejection. Promise me you will deal with him fairly.
That all depends on Isaiah's.
I understand, but please try.
No dobra. No i co teraz w takim razie mamy zrobić? Aha, czy po prostu mamy pewnie pójść do ziomeczka? Dobra. Lecimy. O, widzę, że jednak jakiś tam... co ja to zrobiłem? To. Wyostrzenie wzroku. Aha, no właśnie, no, to jest tak jak mówiłem, że to jest do użycia. Nie wiem jak to się robi. Musiałbym sobie w ustawienia wejść. Szybko zobaczę, klawiatura. I teraz tak. Maskowanie, tajfun, bezgłośne wyostrzenie wzroku. A, bo ja to mam tak. No, halo. Aha, to jest co dzień zbindowane. Czyli dajmy na to, że F1 niech będzie. Okej. Tu można pewnie jakieś ciekawe rzeczy ogarniać. Z ciekawości, wiecie co, spróbuję tutaj gdzieś coś ogarnąć, no bo co, po prostu mamy stąd iść? Być jakieś ciekawe rzeczy. Są w drugiej łazience, zajebiście.
They will find nothing but order, progress, and moral responsibility. Looks as if the United Nations Court.
Nie rozumiem, po co są te przejścia tutaj. Czy miałbym ich stłuc wszystkich? Bez sensu. Dobra, wychodzę stąd. Jadę tam, gdzie mieliśmy iść. Szakalaka, motherfucker. Hello? Tiu. Dobrze. Znajdziecie to tu pewnie jakiś sporo jakichś fajnych smakołyczków. No ale trudno. Nie wskazuje za bardzo na to wiele jakichś czynników, dlatego nie będę marnował czasu, żeby tu łazić. Mógłbym połazić we własnym zakresie w sumie, ale...
Come on! Jensen?
Jak już zacząłem to
I almost didn't recognize you. Jesus, Mary and Joseph, what are the chances? Do you remember me? I was a rookie when you still rolled in SWAT.
Nikki. Of course I remember you. How you been? The brass got you on ride control too?
Yeah, I am. Or I was until... Damn it. Look, something big is going down, and I'm kind of freaking out here. You remember that MCBer, Jacob White? You busted him a couple of times.
Yeah, I remember him. Assault and possession. He's still running rackets?
No, I mean, yeah, shit, I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter, because he's moved on to bigger things.
Nikki, slow down.
Listen, hear me out. I just got word he has his hands on some real military-grade explosives. The prick's got a fucking bomb, Adam. And you know how much he hates the PD. He's going to hit us while we have our pants down with the riots. You gotta help us out here.
Nikki, I'm kind of busy. If he's got a bomb, just call it in and follow procedure.
What do you think I've been doing? I've been on the horn all night, and my CO already sent a patrol over to Jacob's house. We've got a warrant, so they searched the place, but nothing came up, not even Jacob. Now they're saying my CI is probably full of shit and just fucking with me. Bullshit! Jacob's using the riots as cover, and he's going to hit us, and hit us hard. Adam, I need you to trust me on this. You gotta help me find Jacob.
Kurde.
What is it exactly that you need me to do?
You mean you'll help me out? Really?
I didn't say that. Assuming I did agree to help, what would you need me to do exactly?
Oh. Well, based on Jacob's history and his new political agenda, I can almost guarantee he's going after cops. I've warned everyone working street detail and anyone else who'd listen to keep an eye out. But with half the force tied up with the protests and rioting, I can't get the manpower for a proper search. I need you to check a few spots my CI thinks Jacob could be at, and take care of the threat if you can. Even if you find nothing, great. It put my mind at ease, at least.
Fine,
Zgodzę się, ale nie
I'll
będę
help.
zrobił tego questa.
Let's go over what we know. Just the facts.
What we know? Just the facts? What we know is he's certified batshit crazy, hates cops, quotes Che Guevara, and got his hands on military-grade explosives. What more do you need to know? Oh, Christ, man. I've got nobody to help me, and I can't even breathe. How am I supposed to find this guy? The bomb could be right under us, right now!
Nikki, you're a mess. Calm the fuck down and think.
You're right. You're right. It's just, oh, this is big. I mean, I've never been on the heels of something like this before. People could die. We could die.
Just focus, okay? We know that White hates cops, so his first target is probably gonna be the precinct or somewhere nearby. Make sense?
Yeah, okay. But it could be anywhere. He wouldn't risk going to the precinct. Too many people would recognize him. That leaves the transit station, the sewers, and the alleys around the precinct. Look, I need to stay here and report any leads to my CO. Can you check those locations for Jacob? Or his bomb?
Got it.
I know it's a long shot, but I'm hoping we get backup to expand the search. In the meantime, we can check those areas, and who knows, maybe we'll catch a break. Oh, and Jensen, please don't turn him into a martyr. I'd prefer him breathing.
No dobra, ja sobie, tak jak mówię, ja sobie to zrobię, ale nie wiem kiedy, bo teraz chcę iść z wątkiem głównym. Może jak skończę teraz właśnie to jakąś tą misję robić, zobaczę, co na to okiem, ale ja nie wiem, czy nie będziemy do Węgrzy w ogóle tam wylecieć jakoś. Gdzie to się idzie? Tu... Ja, i kanały gdzieś, tak? Dupa, dobra. A to gdzieś tam. Czyli koło mojej Hawiry generalnie. Ja pierniczę całe miasto przejeżdżę. Gdzie. Interesting. Chyba sobie zapisać wszystko. Nie no, zajebiście. Zmarnowałem tego rozbrać na nic. No trudno. ciuch, dobra. Czyli spróbujemy znaleźć tego gnoja. Szczerze nie wydaje mi się, żeby on tu był. Podejrzewam, że raczej znajdziemy jakieś informacje co do jego ewentualnego miejsca pobytu. I zobaczymy wtedy co jak, nie? I pójdziemy gdzieś indziej prawdopodobnie. Zobaczę tylko na mapę, gdzie my nie byliśmy. No tu mieszkam, więc byliśmy. To tu byliśmy. Tu też, no tu jest komisariat. Tu chyba też ogólnie w tych. Siedziba Sarif, klinika Limb, centrum kongresowe. Wydaje mi się, że możemy znaleźć jakieś informacje, coś w stylu, że właśnie w Hankrzy będzie siedział, bo tutaj nie ma już gdzie pójść, żeby były jakieś akcje takie, nie? Elo.
You've got no right!
You've got no right. Okay, sobie tutaj zapiszę. Dobry.
You sure you closed the door?
Yeah. Of course I did. What do you think I am? An idiot?
You're not gonna make me answer that, are you?
Dobre. Sanders. Kurde. Nie, wiecie co, pierdzielę, ja to wczytam, bo coś tu się odwaliło. A tego kolesia no raczej nie powinniśmy ubić, wiecie, tak na starcie. I od niego trzeba jakieś informacje wyciągnąć. Co tu robią te pajace u niego i w ogóle? I czemu mnie tak wyrypało?
You sure you closed the door?
Yeah. Of course I did. What do you think I am? An idiot?
You're not gonna make me answer that, are you?
Zjeżdżać palce. Ja musiałem na minę wleźć, no tylko że kurde nie widziałem jej w ogóle. Pewnie mina EMP. Kurde, no ale widzicie tu gdzieś taką? Sap. What the fuck? Co to było w ogóle? Zobaczcie, muszę postawić na cichacza, ale kurde, nie podoba mi się to, bo jednak wygląda jakby ten koleś nie był do, wiecie...
You're gonna die, cabrón! Show yourself! You know I'm going to find you. You're gonna die!
Może byś wyjął pistolet, byłoby ci łatwiej, wiesz? Bez szafu.
Run, you bastard!
O, w dupę. ten Praxis to była pułapka. To jest śmieszne, że można w sumie gościa ogłuszyć, dostaje się wtedy za expa za litościwego itp, a później po prostu mu jeb. O. Palm top. Cześć Brachu, kazałem wymienić stary save bukiewskiej roboty i nie ufałem mu szczególnie w tej okolicy kodowego. Super. A, i to ten Iza coś tam, tak to określam. Super, tylko że... Tylko czemu to Sanders kurde jest?
Pritchard, looks like Sandoval's got a secret bunker. I'm gonna flush him out.
Let's hope he's still there.
A, to po prostu na dół. Dobra. Aha, ja bym musiał tu pewnie C4 rozwalić po prostu.
Hey, did you hear that?
Smaknij mnie, typie.
Must have imagined it.
Jaki wariat. Ile amunicji? Nie wiedziałem, że się na to obróci. Po co ci to było, typie? Ty w dupę jakiś alarm się włączył. A pierdziele. Ej, ale czad, ja tego w ogóle nie pamiętam. Sieć wokół. Amunicja snajperska. Kurde. Tak zwane jaja jak berety. Zrobię dodatkowy zapis. Choć no kurde, niestety ten alarm się włączył, no ale... No już trudno. A nie, pamiętam to chyba. To łażenie po kanałach. Bo pamiętam to łażenie po kanałach właśnie. Ale nie pamiętam, o co chodzi tutaj w ogóle. Chodź tu, pajac. Pierdziel dostaniesz, to zobaczysz. Wiedziałem. O. Fajnie, tylko gdzie jest tamten kurde save z tego? Wiesz z czego? Spróbuję to gówno jakoś wyłączyć, czy coś, no kuźwa. O, jest robacek tutaj. To ja lobacko chętnie.
Access granted.
Japa. O. Czego wydzierasz ryja? 8218. Dzień dobry. Coś tak czułem. To jest, można powiedzieć, normalne zachowanie, w sensie, że jest mina, strzelam w tą minę, to ona wybucha. A nie, że strzelam i się nic nie dzieje. Kurwa, tyle? Serio? Ja po batonie się tu wrypałem? Który zasadniczo będę musiał zużyć, żeby mi się bateryjka odnowiła? Ja cię chędożę. Ja mam praksis, mam 2 praksisy. Jak milusia. Jeszcze baterię dodatkową, kurde, no nie wiem, czy to jest takie potrzebne. Ute parachute. No cholipka, no nie wiem. Ale jazda. Ej, zajebiste, ja tego jeszcze... Czemu ja tego nie kupiłem do tej pory?
And this is why I urge every member of my staff, every man and woman dedicated to the true mission of the Humanity Front, to do the same. I say yes. If you're watching this, I beg you, do not allow misplaced anger to destroy everything we have struggled to achieve.
It's over. He knows I can't come back from that.
Everybody knows, Sandoval. You can't hide from what you've done.
What I've done, Mr. Jensen. I spent years patching people back together from augmentation botch jobs and systemic organ rejection brought on by implants. And now, because of Bill's betrayal, I'll never practice medicine again.
You really want to help someone? Tell me where Sarif scientists are.
I wish I could, Mr. Jensen. But my involvement ended right after I failed to remove their GPLs.
You failed?
Turns out, my surgical skills weren't good enough to bypass David Sarif's insurance policy. So for all I know, those little implants are broadcasting right now. On a frequency so low your network specialist wouldn't think to look for it.
You changed the frequencies.
You have your answers, Mr. Jensen. And I've lost all of mine. The courts may think I have much to atone for, but my court will be a higher one.
How about I take that gun with me when I go?
You got everything you came for. Please, just leave.
Believe it or not, I'd rather you didn't kill yourself.
That's because you have no idea what tortures I've endured. The guilt, the shame. I was told the scientists would be used to find a peaceful solution to the augmentation crisis. Instead, I was involved in kidnapping and murder. My life ended that night. It's time for me to go.
Think about it. Are you really in such a hurry to face that higher court of yours?
At least there are no lies before God. Did you see that abominable press conference? William Taggart all but accused me of terrorism. He claimed that all the violence committed in the name of our cause was the result of my influence.
So stay alive long enough to tell him your side of the story.
He already knows it isn't true. I trusted that man. For years I gave him loyal service, and he betrayed me. He sacrificed my freedom and good name to save the reputation of his organization. It's no use fighting him. He'll just spin it again. At least if I die, he'll never be able to use me again.
So that's your plan? Just lay down and die so you can't be used again? That's bullshit. You need to face what's coming. There's a very thin line between martyr and victim, Sandoval. And if you pull the trigger, you won't be remembered as either.
You certainly like taking chances, Mr. Jensen. But your point has merit. Maybe I did give up too easily. Early on, I decided my life's purpose was to help people. But I failed as a doctor. Because by the time I see augmentation patients, it's too late. So I went to Humanity Front. And that wasn't improving anyone either. I was an idiot to think this would turn out differently from everything else I've tried.
You've got to be kidding me. You can do anything you put your mind to. You've earned yourself a doctorate. You became second in command to one of the most powerful men in the country. And you still kept trying harder. You've got more spirit than most people who think they're successful.
Thank you, Mr. Jensen. I never thought of it that way.
Kurde, taki odcineczek właśnie cały czas gadania jest w sumie.
Some Catholic I turned out to be. Planning and participating in a kidnapping that resulted in the deaths of innocent bystanders. I am a mass murderer. My wife, I don't deserve her. Losing her is a just punishment. Except I'm not man enough to face it.
We all have problems, Sandoval. We all have something to atone for. You, me, even Taggart.
Nie wiem dokładnie co za miejsce,
Your
ale że
wife will
będziemy
understand that,
szukać już tych
as will the rest of your family.
ziomeczków, nie?
They'd rather see you live and atone for what you've done than watch you die in shame. Whatever lies ahead, they aren't gonna let you face it alone.
I wish I had your certainty, Mr. Jensen. But you are correct. For the sake of my family, I must give this another try.
No,
Take the gun.
to nie pierdzielę.
I don't need it anymore.
Pritchard, get this. The GPLs are still transmitting. Sandoval switched them to a lower frequency.
But they could be broadcasting anywhere in the world. I don't have the type of equipment we'll need to find them.
It's our only lead, Pritchard. You have to do something.
I know. Listen, the riot's still blocking the street entrance. Head back to your apartment and Malik will fly you over. Maybe by the time you get here, I'll have figured out something.
No, i dobre. Jubur! Zwiększenie magazynka broni. Proszę, proszę. Już nie mogę! O ty gnoju. Tak zwany psipał. Chodzisz tu? Jelo. Dobra, teraz, czyli... A, tu jest po prostu wieście, tak? Hyc! Szponty. Szponty i niziołki. Dzień dobry. Co tu mamy? Wirus anihilujący. No bardzo chętnie go przytulę. Japa.
Access granted.
Dzień dobry. Jakie pajace? To mogę sobie jakoś wyjść już, ja już chcę stąd wyjść. Halo, 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 hej, hej, hej. Hyc. A, wiem gdzie chyba wyjdę. Dobry. Nope. Nie tu. Bo ja przy wymarłym blokowisku wylazłem, a ja myślałem, że gdzieś tutaj wyjdę. Tu jest jakieś takie coś tam. Dobra. Czyli lecimy do siebie. Hello. O, wow, ej, spodoba. Ja sobie tu wejdę, zobaczymy co oni wymyślą. Prawdopodobnie dziś będziemy lecieć z Malik, dlatego ja ją sobie zastopuję i sobie zrobię kościka pobocznego później. Ale najpierw jeszcze dowiemy się o co biega, nie? Tak by kurde troszkę wypadało. W ogóle ja mam kurwa 7 pocisków tylko w snajperce i nie mogę powiększyć tego. Chciałbym mieć 10. Co za pomysł 7? Kurde. Gówno. No halo. Już ja mam na dach wyjść? No tak, w sumie to mam na dach wyjść. Bo Malik powinien przylecieć. Zaraz się zgłosi ten pajac i powie: o, znalazłem mnie, bo jestem zajebisty. Pajac. Dobry. Dobry. Uszanowanko. Dobry. Lecę bota. Aha, nie, bo ja mam się nią pyknąć do tego. Chyba do czego? Nie do Sarif Industries. Nie, tak może być. O.
Nice detective work, Jensen. You ready to return to HQ?
Dokładnie, do firmy. No właśnie. Ale wiecie co? A nie chce mi się robić tych
Let's hope Pritchard's found that frequency.
dodatkowych.
You said it.
Dodatkowego questa. No już walić to. Polecimy, jestem ciekaw bardziej co się tutaj stanie, a nie mógłbym wam tego teraz pokazać, bo już to kończy, bo już odcinek długi jest. No a nie mógłbym tego pokazać wam wiele. No, musiałbym robić cięcia, nie mam też czasu teraz, żeby sobie iść i to przychodzić i wiecie. Bla. A więc trudno, walić te questy poboczne w takim razie. W sumie już mam sprzęt dość ogarnięty, więc niespecjalnie potrzebuję jakichś dodatkowych gadżety. Sarif Industries. Śmieszny jest ten wahadłowiec. Jakie ma kółecko słodkie.
Hey, I got a message for you, Jensen. From Pritchard. He says he's not in the office.
Great. So what exactly am I supposed to do?
I don't know. He said you should check in with the boss.
O Bożenko.
It's true that we were breeding a bunch of augmented soldiers and training them? What do they think stopping us from
Shalala. Dzień dobry. Idziemy. Szybciuśko. Szybko sobie luknę, żeby wiedzieć dokładnie ile ma odcinek. O, w dupala 45 minut. Miałem robić krótsze odcinki. No właśnie, kurde. No cóż, może po prostu tam coś wytnę. Kurde, chociaż... Chyba niespecjalnie jest to. Co to? Jakiś homofobodatny.
Sarif? David's just stepped out for a moment, Mr. Jensen. But do come in. I've been hoping to meet you.
Mr. Darrow, I'm surprised you even know who I am.
David speaks very highly of you. He says that when it comes to detective work, you are like a dog with a bone. Have you found your scientist yet?
What else did David tell you?
Over the years, plenty. But today I'm here as a friend and fellow scientist. Things are getting quite turbulent out there, wouldn't you agree? So many people drunk on revolution. The United Nations being urged to intervene. And all because of the technology I created.
Things have come a long way since then.
Haven't they? And now my old friend David wants me to lead us to the Promised Land. He's asked me to invite members of the UN to Panchaea, to convince them we don't need industry regulation.
Your geoengineering project in the Arctic Ocean.
The installation couldn't have been built without the assistance of augmented workers. And when it's finished, my little hole in the ocean is going to stop global warming. A lovely photo op, wouldn't you say?
Lovely.
If it works.
You mean, if it doesn't kill us all?
Adam? You're back. Can I speak to you outside? Get to the helipad, son. You're going back to Henshaw Island. Frank tracked down one of the GPLs.
Only one? Is it?
Sevchenko's. But Adam, we had to call in a favor of the DOD to do it.
Meaning, the conspirators probably know I'm coming.
Tak jak mówiłem, na Hękrze. Na Hękrze. No dobrze, słuchajcie. Bardzo dziękuję wam za oglądanie. Jak zwykle miło było mi was gościć. No i co, komentujcie, subskrybujcie, łapeczkę w górę zostawcie tradycyjnie. I widzimy się w następnym odcinku. Na razie.